Here we are, another Friday Night Live, October 27, 2023. And we had a nice, beautiful, warm day today, which is getting us ready for cold next week that's coming up. Awesome. Awesome times. Hi, Lindsay. How you doing? So Mother Nature and the programmers at work with the weather. I'm just a week listening. Well, it's quiet here. Good, thanks. Hello to you. Hey, Oleg. How's everybody doing? We are in very, very interesting times. If we haven't noticed, a lot of crazy psychopaths on this planet need to be put away forever. I would say, just put them behind bars and never let them out. All good here in Australia. That's very nice. Very nice. Down under, they call it. Yeah. So, anything interesting happening down under? Got very warm nights and can hear lots of cars are out. Every time it's warm, you got people who own these high performance cars. They take them out, motorcycles. Today was in the 20s, which is very unusual for the end of October, but we'll take it. Beautiful. Next week we'll be in the single digits, in the minus. So we'll enjoy it. Not really. They had a referendum here recently. Yeah, I think you mentioned last time. So, crazy things happening here, like in politics. It's just you can't make the stuff up. It's just like, okay, whatever. It's just it's a big stage in a circus with many clown actors. That's all I can see. I'm just focusing on my own life. I'm doing the sovereign process to claim my life-born status back. Look up the Postmaster General of the world, Russell -J Gould. Very interesting stuff. But if they are throwing missiles at you, shooting at you, paperwork isn't going to help. I don't think. So yeah, we prepare for the worst and prepare for the best times as well. But yeah, it's just like the onslaught that's happening right now in Gaza is just unreal. My wife's lost several extended family members, and it's mourning time. Mourning as in for the deaths. So it's not fun when you hear children being blown apart to smithereens and unrecognizable. And people are okay with this. Okay, well, that's I don't know where we're going as mankind, but we just keep sending Plath, keep sending Plath, keep sending Plath. The ones holding the guns, the ones pushing the buttons, they know not what they're doing. Just completely programmed by evil. The evil barons, whatever you want to call them. And, people would recognize and they had a soul and a heart, and this would never happen. It's the same thing with, mankind, eating animals. There's no difference, kill an animal. What's the next step? Kill humans, kill people. This is not a big step. It's just, I don't know. Focus on a fasting lifestyle, folks. It's always better to jump the fence. I like to say, when we die, jump the fence. It's always better to jump the fence in a good, healthy state than it is in pain, misery, and suffering. How do we know that? Because we bear witness to people going down the paths of pain, misery, and suffering and passing away, and people that embrace the fasting lifestyle and left in a much more peaceful state. And so, as I say, I'm going to die healthy myself, whatever way the divine plan is put in place for myself. And away we go. Sure, but it's step in the right direction moving forward. Grows my knowledge and confidence. Yes, pray for us, all the souls. Yet my heart goes out to all animals. I think perpetuating the death of animals makes this a more violent place. Absolutely. I always believed and said and mentioned that I believe the animal kingdom is a reflection of mankind's emotion. And it stares us right in the face. Answers are always in plain sight. When you're fasting state, the clarity comes much more clear, and it's obvious. In the last since the lockdown stuff and everything happened, I've seen so many people going, I don't know, doing strange things. A lot of people that were vegan, fruitarians, going back to flesh eating like never before. It's like, wow. And of course, there's always the other way around, people going from flesh eating to plant-based lifestyle. Where are we here? Just had a little crash again. I don't know. Then plant-based lifestyle. What's going on here? Voting. Grows my confidence, grows my knowledge and confidence. Yes, people. I read that. Yes, I heard it because meat is a stimulant. They think that they feel better, right? Absolutely. So we know we can live and survive on stimulants. How do we know that? The evidence is all around us. Mankind has been doing it for a long time, probably thousands of years, living on stimulants, right? So we know, and people can live to 80, 90, 100 years old on stimulants. But what we have been seeing with the new generations coming in over the last couple of last few decades is the people being born we're seeing weaker and weaker genetics, and this is why they're looking for stimulants, because they don't put the time and effort to actually heal and solve the root and cause, the seed and root, the root and seed cause of everything, right? The seed is the emotion, and the root cause is the physicality, right? The GI tract. That's where we work with the physicality. And that's why, what are we doing in master fasting? We're focusing on purging from all avenues. We're focusing on mostly the physical, but we cannot leave out the mental and the emotional when we're doing this. It's all one. So as we're working on the physical, the mental and emotional come into play, and we see all the healing reactions and things happening in all three categories, and beyond. So, you know, master fast, as we call it, is the glorified dry fast. Squeeze, wash, squeeze, wash, squeeze, wash, squeeze, wash, squeeze, wash, right? The dry fast for the squeeze, and when we're in the liquids, we're washing from above, from below, and everything else, skin brushing, burn stick, just a burn stick, massage your kidneys daily, get things happening, because the kidneys, they have their own free will. It's been a pretty interesting and amazing organs. That's why we call them the king and queen. They do so much work. So we need to take extra care. That's why in our herbal arsenal, we focus so much so many herbs on kidneys. There's tons of herbs for kidneys. A lot of focus on kidneys. And then we have the kidney tea, right? And all the formulas, Last Supper 12, there's a lot of kidney support, a lot, plus the kidney tea, right? And then, if somebody's got challenges with lungs, we have the lung tea, and then the liver, which is the liver tea, which is great, just wonderful taste, like chocolatey taste, coffee chocolate substitute, because it's got carob in it, and you can use that for doing your enemas as well, right, to help the liver move, and purge. Yeah, herbs are amazing. Anthony, hey brother. Greetings, one and all Plath. Yeah. Oh man, my heart goes out to all those people, man. It's really it's really challenging to watch everything going on, and hearing you got extended families over there, and they've lost their children and stuff. It's crazy, man. So let's pray that we as mankind move in a completely different direction, because the last few years has been cuckoo. I don't know what else to say. It's like masses have gone cuckoo, lining up for their jab and everything else. And just like, wow. But we need to be resilient, right? We need to be focused on our lifestyle. We need to be supportive with each other. Can you speak again about why the tinctures are essential? Well, it goes back 33 plus years, brother. My first 40-day fast was with what? Concord grape juice that was pasteurized, right? And I was toxic back then, but nowhere near what we see the levels of what people are today. So, what happens when you're drinking this powerful solvent? It's the only reason we're using it is because of its capability of being able to strip as it's going through the GI tract. It's so powerful, it's stripping versus raw juices. And when we're doing this, our physical bodies, mental and emotional, we're so gunked up with things that are so far away from natural nature that the body is holding on to these super glue things like, sulfites and everything, just like, it's like super glue to the cellular structure. And, as the body's trying to loosen and move these things out through the dry fast, because that's what we are, right? We're focusing on dry fasting. We need to help the body as much as we possibly can to carry these things out from our vents. Our vents are our breath, our skin, our bowels, our urinary tract, right? Breath, did I mention breath? Eyes, ears, scalp, this whole skin, its kidneys are the third kidney, as we call them. So we want to energetically keep give a helping hand to the stagnant areas in our emotions. Number one, because herbs work first with the emotions and then go through the physicality. So we want to open up the stagnant areas so the energy flows. If you have a pain in the shoulder, there's stagnation there in the emotion first, mental and physical. And that's why you got pain. That's the only reason we have pain, is there's stagnation, no energy flow. We want energy to flow. So we get ourselves into a fasting state so we are in a purging state, because fasting state is the only purging state, dry fasting. And that puts us in that state. So the body's trying to move things, but everything's so blocked up and so locked up. We need help, all the help we can get. That's why we're doing enemas, doing breath work, we're moving, we're drinking the juice, we're drinking enough juice, right? We're drinking enough juice, 2 to 3 liters. You don't want to be under 2 liters in master fasting. And we want to be washing the colon, right? With at least 6, 7, 8 liters, whatever, minimum. We want to, or colonics. We want to be in a flow state. We want to be in a flow state, and the herb is nothing better than herbs that give us that helping hand. These highly elevated spiritual beings, they help us more than you'd ever know. And how do we know that? Experiences from ourselves and from thousands of other people. People who says, yeah, they're doing master fasting, is that we find they're not doing herbs. They end up in the hospital not doing enemas, and they get themselves in trouble. Master fasting is not a juice fast. Master fasting is a lifestyle. And every part of the lifestyle we put together is there for, reasons to help us as much as we possibly can because of the state that we are in as mankind as a whole. We are gunked up beyond anything we'd ever believe. Like all the sulfite drugs, all these suppressant drugs, sulfites, which are in car tires, sulfites they use to hold the rubber together in the tire. So these cars are rolling around and we're taking in all these sulfites just by breathing in the air. Wherever there's traffic, think about that. Wherever there's traffic with cars and rubber tires, we're taking in all these sulfites. Never mind the people who are taking it on top of that with prescriptions. So, there's tons and tons of stuff that we're being bombarded left, right, and center. Everybody has their own opinions of things. These are my opinions and through my experiences and many, many, many thousands of people we've guided. So we've seen what the difference is. There's just absolutely no comparison when you're master fasting or when you're just doing your own thing. And this is how master fast was developed over decades through many experiences and many, many wonderful, amazing teachers that I've had. And all the people I've guided. This is how master fast came to be over the years. So yeah, it's I wouldn't even think about fasting without herbal tinctures anymore. It's just no, and then the dry fast, we have the levels in the dry fast that you can do, half a dose of tinctures during the dry fast, which, how many people thank me for that simple tip, because we have different levels within the dry fast. And it's just amazing how these herbs, how they help. So it's awesome. And I'm 6 years now, MFS lifestyle, man, time flies. My goodness. This year has been the hardest and fallen off big time, and now back to day 6 full MFS. Awesome. Yeah, life happens, brother, especially being Italian. Stressors. One sec. It just crashed. I got to open it up again so I can see. Sorry, this thing keeps crashing. I haven't figured out what it is. Stressors had gripped me, but out of the funk now. Yeah, stress. We've been all put through tremendous stress with the lockdowns and everything else happening, right? And stuff is continuing. Nothing is, there's, then the war in Ukraine, the war in Gaza, in Israel, and all the other things that are happening in that area. It's just ludicrous. This stresses all of us. It stresses all of us. And then when you hear, family members are being torn, ripped to pieces by these missiles, this is psychopathic evil. There's no other words to put it. It's just like, wow, stuff that's going on. It's just like, wow. Is humanity going to wake up? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how much worse is it going to get before humanity says it's enough. War is obsolete. We're never going to have war again. Get rid of all the guns, all the weaponry, off the face of the planet, completely destroy them all. We don't need these weapons. They're purposeless. If you want to live in peace, balance, correct conduct, you don't need that stuff. So yeah. Yep, I'm close to aging parents and to an area very conservative. Yeah, I know. I took care of my parents, right, for many years. It was toughest time in my life emotionally. I would have never believed that, I would have been hit so hard, but yeah, we don't know. Life happens. You're attached to your parents, and all that love and emotion it's tough. It's tough, So we do the best we can. I don't regret anything. I would do it all over again. And it's been awesome experience. So yeah, we get hit hard when we fall off. That's for sure. We get hit hard. So that's good. I noticed back to I'm using the Divine 12, Last Supper 12. I still have. Awesome. The 9 is the Divine 9. Last Supper 12. Awesome, Anthony. They only get better with age. The MFS tinctures. Enjoy. They only get better with age. Imagine that. It's like fine wine. So yeah, stay on your breath works and keep moving, the routine, you have the protocol. Just stay on it and stay focused. And as you've done it before, as you get into it, nothing else phases you. Once you're in that element, it's just like, I'm done. I'm going to just keep going and just feel amazing. But the biggest challenge for everybody is living and loving the lifestyle, making it a lifestyle, not just eventing, right? Just make it a lifestyle. Eventing is wonderful, but you have to be committed to the lifestyle, or you're not going to be happy campers, right? You're not going to feel great if we're not living and loving it. So make the most of it, and use all the tools. Use all the tools, because the tools are there for us to use. And you know, when we're going through healing reactions, sometimes you get into a blank state. You don't remember what to do, and this is where the protocol, you know, we have the tools part, and we just go through. Oh yeah, what do I need to do? And it clicks in, and you get it done. You know, breath work, enemas. First things you do. First things. Anytime you have any healing reactions, whether it's emotional, physical, you go for the enema with breath work. You know, or colonic. This is a no-brainer. That one there should be. You know how many people they felt like they're dying, will do an enema, and bang, it's like wow. The energy, it's just like turns from off to on, like night and day, when you release the stuff that's been trying to come out. You know, this is why we're saying we need all the help we can get to purge this stuff out. One thing I'm always keep doing, even when I'm eating, I'm dry brushing, is the dry brushing. I never stop that. Yeah, awesome. And of course, the enemas, never given those up. Yeah. You know, when we're eating, we don't need to do them every single day, but you can. It's not going to hurt. You know, I get up in the morning and have my bowel movements, and then most of the time I'm washing my colon if I'm not dry fasting. Most of the time, you know, I just want to move things out, and it's awesome. You know, sometimes just take a break for a week. You know, just take a break or two, or whatever. You know. We want to keep things moving. We don't want to keep things stagnant. We want to keep things moving. Anthony, I have to say, I'm never sick. Sickness is a state of being, a life. Why do we want to be sick? We want to be on a path of healing, continual healing, right? Lindsay, I never need to get back into habit of weekly dry fasting. Oh, I need to, yeah. Yeah. It's vitally important to be doing the dry fast cycles, because Master Fast is the glorified dry fast. Master Fast, we put dry fasting on the map. There was hardly, it was very difficult to find anything on dry fasting before, prior to the 8+ years ago when we started Master Fast. It was the year 2015, early 2015, first videos, or beginning of 2015. And you know, now dry fasting is, you know, it's gone almost mainstream, you know, even though people are doing crazy things with it, but hey, people can do whatever they want. We want to do things with prudence. We don't want to just do things because for the sake of doing it. We want to do things prudently, safely, so we have the most effects from it. Dry fast is never a problem anymore. I never thought I'd progress, but now 24, 72 hours is not a problem. Yeah, I remember you, I think you were having some challenges with the dry fasting, right? And yeah, as we make it part of our lifestyle, right? It took me almost 4 years to make full 72 hours. Wow. Yeah, see? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it is what it is. I remember way back ages ago when you did your first Master Fast, Anthony, you just like rejuvenated. You were like a whole different being after that. Wow, it's like, it was beautiful. Anybody wants to see the video, Anthony, we did an interview with Anthony. If anybody wants to watch it, it's in the YouTube, if that still stays up, and I believe it should also be on the Audacity. We have most videos on the Audacity. I don't know if every single one, I think we've lost a few, but we've had a few videos taken down by YouTube. And who knows, they might take this one down, because just when you start talking anything to do with medical stuff, and basically you got to stay away from that stuff when we're speaking. But there's no more free speech, right? So we have to be as careful as we can, so we can continuously support each other as much as we possibly can. But the court cases are going through, and a lot of people are winning the court cases, and it's awesome. Heather, how do you know if your kidneys can handle it? That damage was not done on previous dry fasts. Damage, I don't see damage being done from dry fasts ever, Heather. It's always from the eating that damage is done, and people doing things, without prudence. They're dry fasting. They go into a dry fast eating really heavy foods, and then they come out of a dry fast eating heavy foods. This is not wise. This is very, very, very. It's an assault on the kidneys and bowels and everything else. It's an assault. So it's not the dry fasts, it's the eating, in whatever environments we're in. So, dry fasting lifestyle is how we heal. It's not how damage is done. So I'm not sure what you're saying, Heather. It's opposite of what you're saying. Anthony, put on muscle as well at the gym. Awesome. And it's staying on even when long fasting. Yeah. When you are living this lifestyle, less is more, master fasting lifestyle, what happens? You don't need to do a lot of crazy exercises to maintain strength, muscle, and endurance. You don't need to do a lot. If you're eating, you need to do a lot. It's just, as we say, the more you drink, the thirstier you get. The more you eat, the hungrier you get. So we are living the lifestyle, less is more, right? Heather, I heard that from Christiana, a breatharian teacher. She does liquid. She said to have your kidneys tested. Well, it's because people are doing things incorrectly, as I've just described, through the wrong choices of foods. When you're dry fasting and you go eat heavy duty, high protein and fats, you're asking for trouble. I'm not seeing dry fasting do any damage. We've guided thousands of people, and the only time they get in trouble is when they go to the obstruction foods. So master fasting is a glorified dry fast, right? Everything we do is to support before the dry fast, during the dry fast, and after the dry fast. It's the lifestyle. So I don't know, you can listen to whoever you like. This is through our experiences and of guiding many, many, many people, and our experiences, our own personal experiences. I don't think she would have that kind of audience, though. No, she is. So many people out there, and the way the master fasting protocol is designed, it's awesome, right? Like when you're able to purge out all that heavy duty sediment, man, how the kidneys open up, like it's wow. That might the first 12-day dry fast experience I had in Italy, and this video is still up, I believe. That was the first time that my kidneys truly opened up energetically, and I released like it was like sand coming out. It was like, whoa. And they just, and all pains disappear. And it was just like, wow. So, yeah. Can you get too much? Oh, geez, crashed again. 1 second. Can you get too much sugar from the grape? No, not in my opinion. Our divine Lord God did not make a mistake putting too much sugar in fruit. Friend, I swear by dry fasting now, there's definitely something there for me that takes health to next level, physically and emotionally. So that Heather, that was Anthony. So that was once you drank that the kidneys filtered? No, no. They purged during that 12-day dry fast like never before. Like sand was coming out. Heavy duty sediment. So yeah, it's like I said, 33 plus years on this path. I only see people do damage themselves when they don't follow the mass fast protocol. So everybody can do whatever they like. We have a safe protocol that works. The lifestyle works. Eventing is not a good idea. It's not a good idea. You can do it for the experience, but it's going to be really hard on you, physically, mentally, emotionally, when you go back to eating obstructive foods. Because living on the fields, when we're in massive fasting, we're mimicking living on the fields. This is why it's so powerful. And when you go back to matter state versus fields, it's like night and day. You can't compare one state with the other. Right? The true fasting state is the dry fasting state. When we're drinking the liquids and the herbs and washing the colon, it's mimicking a fast. It's not a true fast. But that is to support the dry fast, right? To go into supporting the dry, and during the dry, because we're cleaned out, we're going to be able to have a much better outcome of the dry fast and get better benefits from the dry fast. And then we're coming out of the dry fast and we're supporting that, right? Heather, wow, I stopped peeing during dry fast. Yeah, well, I don't know what you're doing, Heather, but you're going to reduce urination for sure. There's some days that you don't urinate hardly anything, and then as you keep going, you urinate much more the next day. It's just we're unlocking the heavy water, they call it. What do they call that again? What was the name again? Slipped my mind. But we're squeezing in the dries. The longer the dries, the more careful we got to be in following the protocol. I've listened to people doing 8-9 days dry fasting, lying in bed, and then going to eat heavy duty protein animal-based meals. Okay. How do people survive that assault? I don't know. Look at mankind in general. People are eating McDonald's and they're surviving that assault on a day-to-day basis. How does that happen? The human body is built amazingly. It can take assaults for years and years and years, some people. And then others, they get wiped out very quickly. That's why we're seeing the new younger generations with weaker and weaker genetics. So, I don't care what people say. I go by all of my experiences and all the people that we've supported as experiences. I had amazing teachers, and this system is like no other. There's nothing out there that comes close to master fasting. A lot of people have taken the information from master fasting and made it their own. We call that stealing, I guess. That's happened a lot over the last 8+ years. We've had a lot of that, and it is what it is. There's if you look in my there's thieves everywhere. If you look at my profile, I posted a video of somebody stealing my recycled blue box Monday night, because he's got a camera up front. He pulls right in front of my house, grabs a blue box, puts it in his truck, and takes off. And you can see it clearly. It's this is the state of mankind. We're thieves, liars, cheats, murderers, rapists. This is where mankind has gone. Going back to the era of Sodom and Gomorrah. This is the way I see it. Others may not agree, but this is what I see is happening. And we're all part of this emotionally as a whole of humanity, mankind. And let's see where we end up. I pray that there's going to be a switch to change as more and more of us continuously are on the path of peace, balance, correct conduct, and continuously sending plaf to all these evil people. Anthony, MFS thieves. I noticed it, Gino. You started it though. Hey, Marco. What are you gonna do? We've had all kinds of accusations and stuff about master fasting. It's just like, wow. We've helped thousands and thousands of people. You're just going through old videos and just like, wow, this is absolutely amazing stuff that we've witnessed. Just beautiful. But hey, we're still here. We're still here. You know how many over the last decades, when did I start getting on the internet? In the late 90s, there was nothing really raw foods. There was maybe 2 or 3 websites on the whole internet on raw foods, and we watched it grow. It's just amazing, what's out there. But right now, it's all this AI. You can't believe anything anymore. I couldn't believe it before the AI. Now, everything's fake. It's like, wow, where's the truth of things and the reality? No, these wannabes want to create chaos through division, right? People fighting each other and so on and so forth. And we are better than that, so we don't accept that stuff. We want to go live and move in the peace, balance, correct conduct continuously. I haven't seen nothing greater than MFS. I haven't seen anything. Diane, wow, all the old folks are back from way back. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's it's nice to see everybody. We're in some real tough times, as we've noticed. So Let's pump out PLAF continuously. PLAF, PLAF, PLAF. The planet needs it now more than ever. It's tough, tough times. Tough times, and I don't know, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Anybody's got any questions? Or we'll call it a night. It's 45 minutes. Let's send out some extra PLAF to all the people that are mixed up in these wars everywhere on the planet. I think there's like 27 wars going on around the planet right now. Absolutely diabolical. So let's send out extra PLAF to all the people that are involved, that are actually holding the guns and making the decisions. And let's send out extra PLAF to all the people that are having to be in these wars and are being slaughtered in these wars. Diane, I listened to the whole thing, so good as usual. Oh, you've been here all along. Awesome. Man, we've all gone through some pretty emotional, life-changing experiences, all of us, in the last several years. And let's stay resilient, let's stay on track, and let's keep peace, balance, correct conduct. Thank you so much for joining. We will see you back on the page. We'll see you back on Wednesday. And if nothing comes up, you never know. And ciao for now. Anthony, PLAF to everyone here, and of course to all those experiencing wars, and also to those leaders who started them. They need it the most. Absolutely. No more guns or any other weapons to kill. Good night, folks, or good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. PLAF.